Dr. Anita McLaughlin, a transformational counselor, mentor, chaplain, author, and entrepreneur. I believe that life's diamonds are produced through time, heat, and pressure, and this is the place to reevaluate your past pressures, develop a clear perspective of who you are today, and move you to a place of accomplishing your heart's desires. I've got an excellent topic that I want us to continue on. You know, we've been working for quite a while on challenging limiting beliefs. Last time I asked you or presented a perspective, are you allowing other people to determine your life? Are you giving the power of your life away? And I want to ask you today, can you allow the truth in your life? Did you know that many people have a difficult time hearing the truth and even telling themselves the truth? And I have seen it occur that not being able to listen can actually cost a person their life. So I've got a series of questions that I want to ask you, and I want you to be very, very candid with yourself. You don't have to tell anyone what you're thinking, but I do want you to evaluate your own thoughts. I'm inviting you, I am imploring you to challenge your limiting beliefs and your limiting behavior, because there really are diamonds in you. I want to ask you a serious question. Do people have to lie or tell you only what you want to hear? Are you willing to hear some difficult critique? Because sometimes it's necessary in order for us to grow and to achieve what we'd like to in life. Many times we're not willing to hear anyone else. Many times we have such a determined personality that we're not even able to receive wisdom that could make our path easier. There's one school of thought that says you just let a person run into the wall. You just continue to let them make the same mistake over and over and over. Or you could say it this way, you keep taking the same test until you pass it. But there's some times in taking the test, you need someone to help you evaluate the answers, the conclusions that you're coming up with in light of the lessons that are being presented to you. And sometimes, unfortunately, we can be unwilling to allow someone who may be able to see a little bit clearer to even give us feedback that might help us to accomplish our goals. Do people have to lie to you? Do they have to go along with what they know to be false, to be untrue, in order to stay in your good graces? Do people have to go along with what you decide that you want to do, even if it's detrimental to them, in order to be with you? Do people have to do it your way or take the highway? These are questions that we really do have to answer. Remember, we're here to turn our life around, but we have to recognize the diamonds that we have been given, these raw occurrences that we have to process and turn into a valuable gem. If you can say to yourself, I really don't take it too well when people try to tell me what to do, try to tell me anything. And I'm not talking about trying to limit who you are. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is to actually give you honest feedback that you may be missing because you're so determined to do it your way. We have to look at our life's experiences. When I talk about diamonds being produced by time, heat, and pressure, this is exactly what I'm referring to. Evaluating our behavior, looking back, over a course of time? Are you running into the same obstacle, running into the same wall, meeting the same people? And does it happen over and over again? Have you been in a situation where you've just been under so much pressure till you thought that you were going to break? Has the climate of things been turned up to the boiling point in your life? And it's all surrounding that issue that you refuse to allow anyone to speak into, anyone to show you or tell you or share with you what they're seeing. If you answer yes to any of that, it's time to challenge that limiting belief, that limiting idea, because it's keeping you away from where you want to go, who you were designed to be, what your destiny is, what your purpose is, what your impact in life is. Sometimes you need an outside observer to say, had you thought about this? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Had this ever occurred to you? And if it has occurred to you, why are you unwilling to change it? You know, it's said that the things that we do have a payoff. Sometimes it's even a negative payoff, but there's something that we get out of it that causes us to maintain a behavior that is not beneficial to who we are, what we want to do, or where we want to go. There is a payoff to that behavior. Is it getting attention? You know, some people think that, like they say about publicity, that all publicity is good publicity. I don't necessarily think so. I think that we do have to be discerning in terms of what is said about us. And we have to do the same thing with the type of attention that we're receiving. Is any attention good attention? I've seen people who will pick arguments, but they're getting attention. They're making their point. They're doing their thing. Nobody's gonna tell me. How is that working for you? How are you getting along with the world around you? Are you prospering? And remember, I told you the definition of prosper is more than just money. The definition of prosper is having, as they say now, a soft life all the way around. Emotionally, socially, physically, financially, and spiritually. Are you prospering? Or are you existing in your own opinions? Are you really helping yourself? Are you helping others? These are the things that we're here to process. Are you the type of person that blames everyone else for everything, never taking responsibility for your own life? Is everything somebody else's fault? You would have accomplished, but they. I could have done this, but they. You know that but cancels out everything that came before it. So no, you would not have accomplished, but. Because but just canceled it out. That word but. Do you have the criteria for who to allow in your life? Have you ever stopped to think about some of the issues of your life that are caused by the wrong person entering in? And yet it seems like you're just on a merry-go-round and you keep meeting these same people over and over and over again. You're unable to receive the truth about who they are, what their motives are, because it doesn't fit the narrative that you have in your head that no one is going to tell you anything different. I want you to think about this. Are you calling what's ugly good and what's good ugly? Has your perspective been skewed to the point that you're not able to identify what is of value and what's not? If you don't have boundaries and you allow anything and everything into your life, you're going to have anything and everything occur in your life. Do you have the criteria to determine who you allow in your life? Have you stopped to evaluate the character of the people that you're interacting with on a daily basis? If they're the first one to run the gossip, as the expression says, a dog who brings a bone will carry a bone. It means that if they brought the gossip to you, they'll take the gossip to somebody else. They'll take the gossip about you to somebody else. Do you have the ability to tell yourself the truth? Or are you willing to live in an untruth just so you can have your way? Are you willing to tell your own self the truth? Or would you rather continue living the way you are, blaming everyone else for your poor decisions and being unable to take responsibility for your own behavior and for your own life? When you look at yourself honestly, are you able to allow the truth to come into your life at all? These are the types of limiting behaviors that cause you, even in the other episodes that we've had, to allow somebody else to make life-changing decisions for you. In some instances, giving the ability to save your life to someone else, not realizing who you have just given that power to. Have you ever evaluated what they really think? Or are they simply telling you what you want to hear so that they will not be dismissed from your life? Is there anyone around you who's able to tell you the truth? Might not feel good for a moment, but if you can just take the time to listen to what they're saying, go back and evaluate it, challenge that. Am I really this way? Is this really the type of person that I am? Or are you so determined that you're going to do it your way, or they can get on the highway? Are you so determined that you're not going to listen to anyone else, that you are willing to risk your actual life to try and be right? If that's you, then I want you to think about this. I want you to be very clear about it, that you can give away your power and it can cost you your life. Thank you for listening, and join me next time as we redefine the previous steps of your process. Never forget, becoming is a process. A process has stages. One small change changes everything. So invest in yourself. Please visit my website at www.DrAnitaMc.com. That's DrAnitaMc.com for links and additional information. And please rate the podcast if you're enjoying it.